Alright, YouTube, Stocks by the Numbers, welcome back. Today I wanted to do an update on another meme stock real quick. MicroVision, ticker symbol MVIS. You remember this one? I honestly, I don't know, I started like changing the titles on my videos, so I honestly don't remember the last time we looked at it, but I do remember seeing it did have the big rally, and then it began to sell off, and I remember like right around here, as you see, I had my circle coming across the bottoms of these candles here, so that was like our support line, and as you see, it had the flash crash, and then slightly got above. That's actually hard to see. There you go. So, right, flash crash, slightly got above, bounced around, and then boom, 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 all the way back down to $2, which is basically where it was. I don't know, when we looked at it like 7, 8 months ago originally or something. It was back in March back here. So, again, $2. We had a good little pop up, and then we had a short drop down, and then we just had a massive explosion. Again, I believe when I last did an update video, I gave credit where credit was due. Hey, listen, you guys forced this huge squeeze and this huge rally. Congratulations. When you buy into a useless trending meme stock, and then it has a 300 or 400% explosion, I would really hope that you would know to take the money and run. I would really hope that. Because now, of course, as we see, now it's been almost 12 months from when this whole situation started. So if you're still holding, you're basically flat. And of course, had big profits and gave it away. Now, I know, some people may be thinking, well, it's back down to 2. Should we buy it? Well, again, this is where it kind of gets a little iffy, right? Because first of all, we have earnings coming up, as we see here, about a week, looking like approximately October 26th, looking for a loss of 10 cents a share, revenue estimates up to 1.5 million. So that's why this is going to be a pretty telling quarter. However, right here, in my opinion, I mean, where's this line come from? This purple line across the bottoms, okay, comes across the bottoms, but this line really is more, that goes to that bottom, that goes to that bottom. Okay, so that's why you have a couple of key levels here, and of course, if it completely shits the bed, it's going to drop down to 1.5. But here, it's not really a flat line. However, it does almost look like that descending triangle. So, I don't know necessarily if it's actually going to drop down or if it's going to have a little pop out maybe to like, 215, 220 or something. If it views this as a wedge, yeah, possibly. But anyway, either way, the earnings are going to be key because I feel like now, they've beaten the stock up and kind of brought it back down to earth, right? So now we have a market cap of like a couple of $100 million. And what do I always say? These companies that are, still starting out, or they're bringing in very, very light revenue, but they have the patents and the IPs, in their pockets. Yeah, having a market cap of a couple of $100 million or around $1 billion, it's more understandable. It's when we take these stocks up to the moon, again, we're talking what? Is 4 times higher, which means the market cap was up to 1.2 billion, right? And I remember getting upset because, again, you bring in 780,000. I mean, yeah, you beat estimates, but you don't deserve, that kind of move. But again, I can appreciate the strategy behind it, and you guys squeezed it. I can appreciate that. But then again, as we see here, at the end of the day, the company was being shorted for a reason, because it's kind of a piece of shit, right? And as we see, we had a big miss there on the EPS side and a huge miss on the revenue side. Everyone pumped about 780 grand over here, and then they said, all right, give us 800, and now they only bring in 300. So that's what I mean. It is the inconsistencies of these situations. I mean, you guys, again, I understand, you want these little plays and whatnot, but I'm telling you, come in the Discord. I'm telling you, that's why I tell you guys. Discord link in the description of every video. I mean, I remember it was like mid to end of July for like that last week or two, where I was calling for, like puts on the markets and saying that a lot of these stocks were overinflated, and in the immediate short term, the calls were incorrect. And I know a lot of people were questioning my trading ability. And literally, like all of September, I believe if I go back, my success rate was probably like 90+%. I recall basically nailing almost every call consistently, day after day. And now we're moving into October again, and still the bulk of my calls, even if it's 70-80% of the time, have been correct. But I actually think I've been doing a little better than that, believe it or not. But I make these calls and they just work out. So that's why, again, I understand there's a lot of different strategies and ways to make money. And for the short squeeze, again, you could have saw a double or a triple on your money. Okay, fantastic. However, if you're in the Discord and we time, I call out like puts on the Dow and we time them correctly, like you can probably see about a double on your money. And remember, that is happening almost every day, if not most of the days. So that's why I always say I feel like you have to adapt to the environment you're in. And I appreciate the fact that you guys forced the short squeeze and may have made a couple of 100% return points for yourself and your position. Fantastic. Congratulations, you and your family. However, we're basically doing it daily in the Discord. So, guy messaged me yesterday, later in the afternoon. He was late to the party. He said, what should I do? I said, buy puts on the Dow. Think he paid what, 115, 120 each? Sold them for 200 each. Think it took about an hour and a half. There you go. Almost doubled your money. Or actually what? No, you made 66%. And it took, 90 minutes. And again, I can appreciate the fact you may have seen a pop here, but, when did you buy it? How stressed out were you? The stock technically broke $2 and dropped to 180, and I'm sure some people may have gotten nervous and sold for a loss. Like, that's what I mean. Like, look at the stress and the bullshit you had to deal with. Meanwhile, that's why I always say work smarter, not harder. But long story short, stock has basically been posting crappy numbers, and it went all the way back down to $2. But now with the 1.5 coming in, if they're actually able to post like 1.8, 2.2 million, maybe you can see the pop up as opposed to the pop down, and the stock could rally back up to 240, 250 level, and we can have a little short-term trade here in this situation. However, again, the revenue has been pretty inconsistent, and this is the period ending September. Well, last time they didn't bring in any money for September, but again, this company is late to the party here with their numbers. Everyone got pumped about that. I don't know. Again, I'm the type of guy where you have to prove it to me, and that's what I keep saying. Let them actually start coming in with millions of dollars, and let the stock, get back up to 3.5, and then hold there steady for several months, and then I'll reevaluate the situation and say, okay, they're bringing in some money. Now we're trading at this multiple. We could go up to $4.5, $5 from here. I'd rather increase that certainty. That's what a lot of you guys don't understand. What I'm bringing to the table here. I'm trying to increase the certainty in an uncertain world. And again, we're seeing some life here in the last couple of quarters, bringing in some money. But again, just looking at the overall health of this company, I mean, this should not be a stock that you bought. And people talk about the rise in short interest. I mean, just look at what's going on here. There's a reason why people were shorting this stock. So that's why I say, congratulations, you forced a little short squeeze, you made yourself a couple of bucks. But I feel, in my opinion, like you're missing like the big picture here. And I still got Enovix open. Actually, let me see. Let me check the news here. 35 million equity facility. Yeah. The 3 AI stocks that AI predicts will deliver triple-digit return. That's interesting. AI telling you to buy AI. Who saw that coming? Completes facility. Withdraws stock offering. That was what? June 15? Yeah, that, when was that? Cancels public offering. Yeah, but when did they... How long did they wait? Out of curiosity. Whatever. But Switching over here to stock charts, we'll look at the weekly first. As we see, bottom Bollinger Band now down to 88 cents here off the screen. MACD has been slowly slipping since, of course, the fake BS squeeze. And, now we're seeing more red than the elevator doors opening in The Shining. We got the RSI still sitting up here at 38.25 throughout this whole set. That's why I'm saying it could potentially, it may not 100% look like it, but I feel like it's almost given the vibe of like a descending triangle, and we're about to chunk down to like 170 real quick. And of course, the slipping RSI and the overall pattern with the MACD supports that, and we have not hit that 30 benchmark yet. So still more shorting, more selling to take place here, in my opinion. RSI, random ad right there. RSI has actually been climbing for the most part over the last several weeks. Now recently dipped down. MACD kind of slowly rising for about the last 2 months, even though the stock has fallen off. It has found some stability, I will say it, around this low $2 level. It really has completely flattened out. But again, that could actually be more dangerous than rewarding. The fact that the RSI was so low, below an at 30 benchmark level, and then got up to about 50 here with this little pullback, I don't know. It's hard to tell, honestly. I'll be honest always. I'm always honest with you guys. But as you see here, we're getting to like the apex of this intersection, and we're looking at like Thursday, the 24th, right? So that's why right now these are the key levels to watch right here on the technical side anyway. Right? If we pull down, see how it flashed, crashed, but then it got back up and it closed above this trend line. And then it retested and had a little bounce, right? Now it looked like it almost retested, but it kind of stayed flat all day. And that's why if it looks like it's going to trend down and they do close it at or below this trend line, that's when I have a feeling we're going to drop to that next level I drew out, about 180, maybe like 178. And that might happen before earnings. However, it will put it in actually, it won't really put it in a wedge, because these trend lines are up here. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking out loud, talking to myself. But, yeah, I don't know. I would be in wait-and-see mode, because, again, they've been struggling, bringing in some thousands. Now we have a little bit of a higher estimate. So we really have to see, we really have to see how this company performs. And what they actually do, right? This is the business of the company. That's what I'm talking about. But we'll see what happens. Obviously, again, not really much to say, We had our big explosion after first looking at it. Now we're having a massive sell-off after the last time we looked at it. And now we're back where we started. So that's why this update was more for the people who may have a lot going on, or weren't able to get out of the situation, or, of course, then we start to get emotional when we see a situation like this, right? Because you saw it jump up to like 8.25, and now, like, you pull out your phone when you finally have a moment. Now all of a sudden it's like down at 4, and you have no idea what's going on, and now you've been holding for all these months, and now you're flat, So believe me, I've been in that situation. So I just wanted to do an update here because I know that a lot of people were watching it. And again, whether it was for the immediate short term or even, for a hold years down the road, I know that a lot of people were, checking out these videos and talking about MicroVision online. So I just wanted to do a quick update after talking about EnoVix in the last video. So we did a couple of updates today, a couple of update vids on some meme stocks, but I'll end it there. So once again, it's Stocks About the Numbers. Thanks for stopping by. Thumbs up, algorithm, helps me get more eyes on the channel. Share the video. And of course, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down in the comments section. I'm usually very quick to reply. Discord link in the description of every video. And basically, our handshake agreement is I'll try to make any calls in the short term in the Discord that I see. I'll give update videos on situations like MicroVision. And all I ask, just do me a favor, push the subscribe button. That is how you help me help you. But more importantly, like I do always say, I understand that markets are rocky and they're volatile and they're very uncertain. So I want to wish all of you success. I want to thank you for stopping by. I want you all to have a happy and healthy weekend. Rest up, get some R&R, and we're going to get back to work on Monday. And see you in the next one.